My name is Lisa, and I work for a regular company as a member of the workforce. My father passed away in an accident when I was 15 years old. Since then, my mother, who has always been frail, raised me. Because of this, I started working immediately after graduating from middle school. As I grew older, I thought I could finally give back to my parents, but just as this thought crossed my mind, my mother passed away. Now, I live in the house left behind by my parents with my younger sister, Joelle. Then, one day, I'm home. Oh, do we have a guest?
Ah, you're back. Hey Florian. This is the sister I was telling you about. Sis, this is my boyfriend, Florian.
Wow, seriously a middle school dropout? That's shockingly unbelievable nowadays.
Well, a lot has happened.
But why drop out after middle school? That's almost like being an endangered species, right?
What was it again? I don't know the details, but wasn't it something like failing all the high school entrance exams? You don't look that smart, sis, do you?
Ahaha. I worked right after middle school for Joelle's sake. Feeling that saying so would seem like I was holding it over her, I let the comment slide. However, I couldn't help thinking how much Joelle had grown up. My mother, who I had regrets about, was no longer with us. Now that Joelle had grown up and had a partner, I decided it was time for me to leave the house. Then, a few years later, I received a phone call.
Hey, didn't you, work night jobs out of a need for money? Our family wasn't that rich, and you spent that money on going out, right?
What? You call me out of nowhere. What's going on? Is something wrong?
No, actually. Florian and I are getting married. He's the son of a CEO, so I'm marrying into wealth. He's genuinely rich. Isn't that amazing?
That's great. You're sociable, so I'm sure you'll get along well.
Remember when I introduced Florian to you? Back then, we talked about why you dropped out of school. I brought it up again, recalling our conversation about the reason for dropping out.
I see. Well, congratulations anyway.
Even though you're like this, you're still technically my family, so I'll invite you to the wedding. It's going to be a luxurious wedding, the likes of which you've never seen before. You might be really surprised.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. Although Joelle teases me about my education, she's my only sister. For that reason, I genuinely wanted to celebrate her marriage. Then came the day of Joelle's wedding. Excuse me, I can't seem to find my seat. Could you please check for me? Here's the invitation I received.
Let me take care of that. Yes, this is indeed a formal invitation.
I've checked inside the venue several times, but...
Understood. I will confirm with the bride and groom. Please wait over there in the meantime.
For some reason, when I arrived at the venue, there was no seat for me anywhere. I showed my invitation to the staff, and they immediately went to check for me. However, as they did, Joelle and Florian approached me.
Oh my, sis. Did you really come?
What do you mean, really?
There's no way a middle school dropout who worked nights to support men could be accepted here.
Seriously, read the room. When you heard I was marrying into wealth, shouldn't you have realized your place and decided not to come?
If it were me, I'd consider my family's feelings and definitely not show up. But here you are, Joel's sister, actually showing up. Hilarious.
Wish I'd recorded this. It would have been shock moment or something.
Could have gone viral with what a fool. Missed opportunity, huh?
Joelle, Florian. What's going on here?
I mean, I told you over the phone that Florian is a CEO's son, right? Someone as important as him has only prestigious family members. So considering that, even if you were invited, you shouldn't have shown your face, no matter how much you were asked.
Classic middle school dropout, lacking understanding to the point it takes forever to explain.
Joelle. You sounded so happy on the phone when you told me you were getting married. So when the invitation arrived, I was genuinely happy, you know?
I invited you because you're technically family, but after hearing Florian's opinion, I realized he was right about everything, so it just wouldn't work.
Should have realized that without being told.
So, your invitation is void. We're tearing it up.
With those words, Joelle didn't hesitate to tear my invitation to shreds. I was shocked by her actions and unsure of what to do next. Then...
Excuse me. I can't seem to find my wife's seat. Could you check for me immediately?
Seriously? This woman brought her uninvited husband. Wait, what?
What's wrong? Why are you freezing up all of a sudden? And, is this guy your sister's husband and daughter? The daughter is cute, but the husband looks so plain?
Her husband is this guy. What's going on here?
What are you talking about? There's no need to panic over a middle school dropout's husband, right?
It's been a while, Florian. And Joel, is it? Nice to meet you. I'm Noah, the representative of the parent company of the company your father runs.
Huh? Parent company. Wait, does that mean more important than Florian's dad?
Why would Noah be married to someone like her?
Why would someone as important as you marry my sister of all people? You have no judgment. Even if you earn money, there's no value in a woman who spends it on men.
You seem to be misunderstanding something. Lisa got a job at a regular company and she was earning tuition fees for you. Considering your mother wasn't very healthy, she took the job after dropping out to support the family finances.
Wait, got a job at a regular company.
What are you saying to someone who showered you with selfless love? She even sacrificed her own desires to work for your sake, to repay the kindness you've received with such ingratitude. If you speak that way about my wife, even if for Lisa's sister, I won't forgive you.
In fact, I had been dating Noah when I left my family home. From there, we started living together and eventually got married. Joel, who until Noah's explanation was unaware of the real reason I dropped out of middle school, was shocked when.
Don't mess with me. You're the one who said your sister worked night jobs, causing the misunderstanding. Sure, she dropped out, but she got a proper job, didn't she?
What? I never once said she definitely worked night shifts. You were all too happy to go along with my story, and now you're backtracking?
Why is there such a commotion? Noah, what is all this about?
Benedict, good timing. Actually, right now.
What? Is that true?
Yes. I never imagined it would come to this. I'm truly disappointed.
Florian and you, Joel, apologize to Noah at once. Such insolence towards the wife of the parent company CEO. Know your place. Joel, what have you said to someone who's practically a parent to you?
Wait, Dad. You got me the job at the company through your connections, right? And you've always covered up my work mistakes. So, use your influence to make this go away, like you always do.
Connections. Our company doesn't approve of hiring through connections. Benedict, what's this all about?
Well, that is,
And is it true you've been covering up the problems Florian has caused?
No, not at all. That's just something Florian is saying on his own.
Sounds like something Florian would do behind the scenes, though.
Shut up. Joel, just keep quiet.
Now, Florian, that's right, isn't it? I'm not involved, right? Tell me I'm right.
Trying to keep hiding the truth is futile. Speak honestly about everything.
Benedict, Florian's father, was the CEO of a subsidiary of Noah's company. It seems he had been causing various troubles out of sight.
So, Noah, what my son has been saying is just a bit of a misunderstanding.
Don't joke around. I was going to look for a job properly, but you said it was okay because you got me into AKN Corporation, didn't you?
Was Florian's employment decided at the time of the interview?
I didn't even have an interview. It was like face pass because I'm the CEO's son.
Florian, don't say unnecessary things.
Hired without even an interview through connections.
Dad told me I didn't have to do anything because I'm the CEO's son.
Even with connections, you'd still expect an interview.
This is so Florian. Like father, like son, what are you guys even doing?
Don't get cocky just because you're aiming for a rich husband.
Excuse me? What's with that tone?
A match made in heaven, one abuses parental connections, the other chases money. How wonderful for you.
Sis, be quiet.
Yeah. Keep your mouth shut, drop out.
Enough. You all. Cut the nonsense. And I won't allow anyone to speak to Lisa like that. Did I not make myself clear? Don't make me angrier. I'm already furious with everything that's happening.
Eek.
Noah is usually a gentle person, but he despises dishonesty and pointless excuses. Being sincere, his approach to work is no different. Having thoroughly angered Noah, the three found themselves in a tense situation.
The way Dad talks makes it sound like I'm the only one at fault. Pretending to work and then loafing around outside, or saying it's a business dinner but then dining at expensive restaurants on the company's dime.
Florian, be quiet.
And talking about inspecting overseas branches as an excuse to go on international trips.
You didn't need to go on any inspection. Enough with taking your job for granted.
If we're speaking truths, Florian, you also pretended to make sales visits and went off playing with girls. Who do you think managed to write off those expenses? You should be thankful.
Wait a minute. I didn't know about this. Who are these girls? Could it be Kyoko from reception? Or maybe Vesta?
Writing off personal entertainment as business expenses? That's disgraceful.
Ah, the more I hear, the more my head hurts.
It's not what you think. It was just entertainment for clients.
There are no salesmen who entertain female employees as part of their job.
Florian and Dad are the worst. What kind of CEOs are you? Empty shells.
You've been together for years and you didn't notice?
Sis, shut up.
Hey,
I misspoke. I'm so sorry.
Don't start flipping on me just because you found out he's the CEO of the parent company.
It became clear that both Benedict and Florian had been engaging in misconduct during work hours, and to make matters worse, they started a blame game to save themselves. Furthermore, their womanizing was exposed, causing Joel to furiously rant. Watching the three argue endlessly was exasperating when,
Now that I think about it, isn't it all your fault, sis? If you were properly employed, you should have just said so.
Exactly. You could have just said it and cleared things up.
Indeed, if it wasn't a night job, you should have clearly denied it. But you let Joel misunderstand, so it's your fault.
I did tell you, though.
Huh? When?
I told you when I got a job, and again when you were taking university entrance exams. I've mentioned it several times since, but you never listened, so I gave up.
despite repeating it, you kept insisting it was a night job, which was frustrating and tiring. So we just stopped responding, suddenly turning against Lisa and making baseless accusations. Don't do that. You idiotic family and your daughter-in-law.
That's so mean. Sis, you don't care that your sister is being called an idiot?
I think so too.
That's harsh.
This is a good opportunity to say it. I've had enough of Joel's selfishness, so I'm cutting ties with you.
Cutting ties? Why? There's no need to sever our relationship.
Yeah. Being the brother-in-law of the parent company's CEO is also a kind of connection.
Indeed, the CEO of the parent company and the CEO of a subsidiary becoming relatives, that's something.
That's not going to happen.
After making a fool of yourselves in front of Noah, you still think you can stay in the company?
What do you mean by that?
Exactly what I said.
Getting fired would be so lame.
If that happens, Florian would be next in line for CEO, right?
Stop talking nonsense. If the CEO gets disciplined, you'll be disciplined too.
What? Why would I be disciplined too?
If that happens, there goes my chance at a lavish lifestyle.
Finally, Noah had enough of the three's nonsensical talk.
Y'all don't need to talk anymore. Whatever you say now will just be more lies, right? I'll initiate an investigation into your actions during work hours. I'll conduct interviews with all employees. I'm not a monster, so I'll tell you up front. To ensure you don't exert any undue pressure, you're to remain under house arrest until permission is given.
House arrest?
But then we can't align our stories.
That's exactly why you're being put under house arrest.
Wait, sis. Please convince your husband to go easy on us.
Absolutely not. I have nothing to do with Noah's company, so it's not my place to comment.
Though, after hearing your statements, disciplinary action is already certain.
Could it be a misunderstanding on Noah's part, perhaps?
What?
We haven't been talking about anything.
Right. It must be a huge misunderstanding.
Are you suggesting? Because there's no evidence?
Exactly. You can't just start an internal investigation based on a misunderstanding, can you?
Yes, indeed. People might think you're just a capricious CEO.
As if there's no evidence?
There's plenty of evidence, actually.
Huh? What do you mean?
Ta-da! Madison has been recording everything with Daddy's old smartphone.
What? No way.
So all of our conversation just now is on that.
Never underestimate Madison. She records everything.
Ahaha. Impressive, right? Now, just sit tight and tremble in anticipation.
Upon realizing there was evidence, the three panicked.
Noah, no, President Noah. Please, anything but a punishment.
I'll start over from scratch and learn my job properly this time.
Please, I'm begging you, my chance at a wealthy marriage is on the line.
What kind of reasoning is that? It's too late to come groveling now. The internal investigation and disciplinary actions will not change. Reflect on your actions.
Joel, stop relying on others and learn to be independent. After the commotion at the wedding, the event was ruined, and the trio started a massive fight, causing significant damage to the venue's property. The fallout led to them being billed for the damages and the cancelled reception, while company-wise, Benedict was removed from his CEO position, and Florian was fired as per Noah's warning. Joelle, having already left her job for marriage, found herself jobless alongside them. Benedict faced a disillusioned spouse and a costly divorce. Florian had no savings due to his reliance on his parents, and Joelle, who never bothered to save, aiming for a wealthy marriage, was left with nothing. Their imprudent actions led them to lose what could have been a comfortable life, forcing them into a destitute existence by the riverside. As for me,
Playing with Dad is so tiring.
here, Madison, have some juice. Good job today, Noah.
Yeah, playing with Madison is definitely good exercise.
It is.
Both of you, go wash your hands. Let's have a snack.
Yay, snack time. Dad, let's wash our hands super fast.
All right, let's go.
Despite the disastrous wedding, life for Lisa remained joyfully unchanged. Noah continued to be the caring partner he always was, occasionally taking them for drives to visit her parents' graves, reassuring them that Lisa was in good hands. Madison would happily share stories of joy and happiness, likely reaching her grandparents in heaven. Looking up at the clear, beautiful sky, Lisa felt a deep sense of contentment, knowing she had a loving family of her own. Mom, Dad, I have a precious family now, so there's no need to worry about me anymore. Watching Noah and Madison's smiling faces, Lisa felt an overwhelming sense of happiness, grateful for the love and peace in her life. If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.